It's got to put your life in the hands of a 40-year-old mechanical jack that's been through a barn fire.
Hey everybody, this is Jake and Kyle from Topsy-Farms. It is the middle of the afternoon on a sunny day, and we're not haying. Why are we not haying? Well, it's because we just got a big old flat tire driving down the road. When you have hay on the ground and it gets rained on, the hay gets worse and worse and worse as it goes. And there is a thunderstorm predicted for 2:30 p.m. today, which is right now. Kyle and I are in a bit of a rush to get this job done. A fully booked kind of day, and not a day that you want flat tires. I've made a little roadside warning sign out of the, there's like an orange triangle on the back of the tractor. So I pulled that off and I attached it to a big water bottle. And so that's sitting on the ground, hopefully warning drivers not to run into the back of my giant green baler, which is blending into all the trees. Right now we have just enough time to get what is baled, processed and ready. Like, remember that show 24 when there's a ticking clock going the whole time? It's sort of like that, but for farming, and none of us are nearly as good looking as Kiefer Sutherland. There's a spare tire and all my tools.
I am no mechanic. That tire looks hooped to me. You think the wheel's okay?
I didn't have to drive on it very far, but far enough.
Yeah. People are making comments.
Yep.
Thanks, Brad.
What's that?
Oh, Brad says Mr. Sutherland has nothing on me, maybe you. Perry's offering to help. I think we're good, Perry. I mean, if the fix that we're doing now doesn't work out, maybe I'll reconsider. So it can be scary when a tire goes on a tractor, because like these big suckers once in a while tip over and kill people. It's part of the reason why there's a cab on it, largely to protect you from the sun, but also if it goes upside down, you're less likely to get squished. Good thing Jake didn't get squished.
Very good thing. I've never had one go on me with a load of bales, have you?
I got a flat tire, but like it was like deflating slowly and it was fine.
Yeah, this one was like pretty much full speed, but it started to wobble and bounce, and I thought, man, the road is really bumpy right now. But it was only for about 4 seconds before.
Which that 4 seconds might be enough to destroy that wheel.
Yeah, and there was no big bang or pop. It just kind of. Right?
This is like the third tractor tire we've lost in the last 2 weeks.
That's true.
The other ones were like these big suckers, which we cannot change. We have to call professional tire changing people to do those. And that's expensive.
This jack is an old hippie jack. This survived the barn fire. So if you come to the farm, there's the big green A-frame. That didn't used to be a big green A-frame. It used to be a regular barn, like the kind of barn you'd see anywhere. But there was a fire, and this is one of the things that they were able to salvage, along with some of the wood that makes up that big green A-frame. One of the most heartbreaking stories about that barn fire, but for Chris Kennedy, he had just finished restoring a classic car and had considered taking it out the night before. It was like, nah, it's fine, it might rain. And so, he lost his car along with the car. This one I don't think was anybody's fault. Just entropy.
Yeah, things fall apart.
Use of the word.
Sure. I heard some intelligent sounding person on CBC explaining how entropy is not what we think it is.
Okay.
But I can't explain what they meant, so I'm just sticking with the old definition.
The center will not hold, that's my...
Things fall apart. So I started listening to podcasts that everybody else seems to be into, all the rage these days. I just listened to one on crystals, and they were saying how incredibly uniform the molecular composition of these things are. Like they're like down to almost the atomic level, or just above that. this shape replicating itself over and over and over and over.
What's the subject? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Crystals.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess very everything like from what we picture.
You mean like quartz crystal?
Yeah.
Like
Semi-precious stones, very precious stones, snowflakes, salt. There's many examples of crystals, but they're kind of like the opposite of entropy because it's like these random ions just like perfectly organizing themselves in this incredibly structured way.
Oh, that's neat. And Kitsy McMullen was saying that nature is the opposite of entropy because it's always wanted to change and evolve and better itself, which I thought was kind of interesting.
So do you have any weight supporting, the jack supporting any weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got a stand. I've got a jack stand under that.
All right, so this makes it safer. We're working on it so that, you know, the thing all of a sudden doesn't drop. But if he took the weight off, the tire would just spin when he's trying to take the nuts off the bolt. So it's the happy medium of like a little bit of safety, but still weight on the tire so you can actually remove things with the tire spinning.
Off. Looks like I need to go higher.
Yeah.
This is no messing around, everybody. Like, this is a massive deal. What I did was I straightened up the jack. I didn't like its angle. It was okay to hold it just for that short.
You don't want to be underneath anything at a time like this. 3-4 inches more.
Oh, like 3 or 4 inches more.
Well, unless you're going to deflate the tire, you got no other option. You've got to put your life in the hands of a 40-year-old mechanical jack that's been through a barn fire. That's fine.
Oh, funny old life.
So what is this we're doing? FaceTiming?
It's,
live streaming on Facebook?
Yeah, live streaming on Facebook.
Okay. That's a totally different thing than FaceTiming, isn't it? It's Thursday and they say it's going to storm, but I mean, it kind of looks like it to the north. Okay, progress. New tires on.
And we've kind of crossed the danger threshold. Now that there's a few nuts on this, if the jack were to fail, these would hold it.
Right way in, wrong way in.
Yeah.
I did that one time, and there was too much play in the metal and completely destroyed the wheel.
Someday we'll be good at this.
So you keep saying.
I think that's the mantra for the week, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna take the weight off and then finish tightening these up. So with the jack, I just put the thing and then reverse, keeping my face well away and also everything else that's right.
All right, tire's taking the weight again.
Up, hit the road. Thanks for watching, guys. Wish us luck.
So that's normally the spot where I'd hit the button to end the whole thing. I don't know where that button is. I'll just hand it back to Small. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Wish us luck.
Let's make some hay.